Hello everyone, in this video lecture we are going to study about the structure found in the right atrium. Firstly, where this right atrium is located. If you will see a particular heart, you can find that there are dorsal chambers which receives the blood from the body as well as from the lung. So these receiving chambers are known as atria. And on the right side we have right atrium. Now this right atrium receives venous blood from the body via anterior and posterior vena cava, coronary sinus, hemiazygous vein. So these are the veins from which it receives the blood from whole body. Now there are various structures which are present in the right atrium. Now broadly right atrium consists of sinus venosus and appendix, which is also known as auricle. What is this sinus venosus? The main cavity within the right atrium is nothing but sinus venosus. Sinus means cavity and venosus means possessing deoxygenated blood. As the right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood from whole body, so the cavity where the deoxygenated blood is present in the right atrium, that cavity is known as sinus venosus. And the structure on the dorsal side, which is like a pouch, that's what we call diverticulum, is appendix or auricle. You can see here, this is a pouch like kind of a structure and it is nothing but auricle. Now if we will see in this auricle on the inner side, what we can find, we can find some vertical muscular ridges. These are vertical as well as muscular and ridge kind of a thing. They are nothing but pectinate muscles. So pectinate muscles are the vertical muscular ridges originating from the auricle or appendix, which looks like teeth of a comb. Isn't they teeth of a comb? Yes, they are like teeth of a comb. So they are known as pectinate muscles. And they terminate in a curved crest. This is a curved crest. They terminate in a curved crest on the dorsal aspect. And that curved crest is known as crista terminalis. What it is known as? Crista terminalis. What crista terminalis is? It is the curved crest and dorsal aspect where pectinate muscles terminate. And what are these pectinate muscles? These are the vertical muscular ridges originating from the auricle or appendix or diverticulum of atrium, which looks like teeth of a comb. Okay. Now there is a very important thing which generally comes in the exams. Now what are the chief openings in right atrium? So the chief openings in the right atrium are cranial vena cava. Where this cranial vena cava is? Cranial vena cava is this. In this diagram you can see here, and it opens into the right atrium at the level of fourth vertebra. Where? Fourth thoracic vertebra. Sorry, fourth thoracic rib, not vertebra. Fourth thoracic rib. Cranial vena cava opens in the right atrium at fourth cranial rib. And the caudal vena cava opens into the right atrium at the level of fifth rib. Okay. This is the caudal vena cava which opens into right atrium at fifth rib, and this is cranial vena cava which opens into right atrium at fourth rib. Now we have coronary sinus. What this coronary sinus means? Coronary sinus is a vein of heart itself which takes the deoxygenated blood from the heart towards the right atrium. What coronary sinus is? Coronary sinus is the blood vessel of the blood vessel. That means heart deoxygenated blood. Like heart also has muscles. Those muscles need oxygen via blood. That deoxygenated blood from the muscles of heart need to go into the right atrium. So the deoxygenated blood of heart goes to right atrium via a vein, and that vein is coronary sinus. And this coronary sinus opens in the right atrium just below the caudal vena cava, very close to the caudal vena cava and vena hemiazygos. Now what is this vena hemiazygos? Vena hemiazygos is another vein which takes the blood from the left portion of the body of an animal. From the left portion of the body of an animal, it takes the blood towards the right atrium. Which regions of the left region? Thoracic and lumbar. What is this foramen ovale? Foramen ovale is nothing but it is a foramen present in the fetal life between the right atrium and left atrium, or we can say in the interatrial septum, which after birth becomes closed in the form of fossa ovalis. Okay, what is this foramen venerum minimarum? There are certain veins of heart which directly pours the blood into the right atrium. They do not articulate, or they do not touches the coronary sinus. They directly drain the blood into the right atrium, and they via foramen venerum minimarum. And finally we have arterioventricular opening, which is guarded by the three tricuspid valve on the right side, isn't it? It is present in the arterioventricular septum. So these were the 7 chief openings in right atrium. Now you can see here, these are the pectinate muscles. What were these pectinate muscles? These were the muscular ridges in the vertical manner from auricle, which were terminating on the crista terminalis, isn't it, which were curved. This is interarterial septum. This is fossa ovalis. As I said, foramen ovale changes to fossa ovalis. This is the opening of coronary sinus, isn't it? Coronary sinus. This is vena hemiazygos. As I said, it drains venous blood from left portion of lumbar and thoracic region in the right atrium. Like I said, cranial vena cava opens at level of 4th rib. Caudal vena cava opens at the level of 5th rib. What is coronary sinus? It is ventral to caudal vena cava, which drains deoxygenated blood from heart into right atrium. And you have to remember that coronary sinus possess semilunar valves, which are known as Thibetian's valves, and cranial and caudal vena cava have no valves. What is this hemiazygos? It drains venous blood of left thoracic and lumbar area. What is this intravenous tubercle? See, at the junction where this cranial and caudal vena cava meet, there is a tubercle. There is a tubercle which separates cranial vena cava with caudal vena cava, so that the blood should from cranial vena cava move towards the arterioventricular opening to reach the ventricle. So that tubercle is known as intravenous tubercle. You can see here, this is intravenous tubercle which separates cranial and caudal vena cava, so that blood from cranial vena cava should enter ventricles via through arterioventricular valves or tricuspid valve. There are 5 internal structures which we generally found in the right atrium. First one was pectinate muscles, which were vertical muscular ridges originating from auricle region on the dorsal side. And what was this crista terminalis? It was a curved region in the dorsal side, where which the pectinate muscles were terminating. And what is this intravenous tubercle? It is a tubercle at the junction of cranial and caudal vena cava, where they meet. It separates cranial vena cava from caudal vena cava, so that the blood from cranial vena cava directly move to the ventricles via AV opening. What was this fossa ovalis? It was a depression. It was a remnant of foramen ovale in the interarterial septum, on the superior side of interarterial septum. What was this tricuspid valve? It was the valve between the right atrium and right ventricle in the form of cusp. There were 3 cusps. As you can see here, there are 3 cusps here, isn't it? These are the 3 cusps. So it is tricuspid valve. This was the foramen ovale, which after birth changed to fossa ovalis, remnant. Fossa ovalis is remnant. This is crista terminalis, and these are the pectinate muscles. So this was all about the right atrium and the structures associated with it. Thanks.